surprised with how cool this space is. I think the iClub is that's where we're sitting here right now is an amazing example of a very of a space that is all about co-creating and working together. And if there's anything important, I think we were just discussing this with when we were walking down here, that co-creation and working together is the way to build an ecosystem. And an ecosystem obviously is what you need to facilitate growth. So I think it's a very cool location and very cool to be here.
Coming from one of the biggest innovation hubs in Europe and coming to Tshimologong Precinct, what do you make of what's here and what do you think of the place?
I think the place is absolutely awesome. I think our location in Delft is somewhere at the corner of a university terrain. I would much rather work here than I would work at my own space, because this is such a cool, vibrant environment, and you really feel the buzz and so it's awesome.
In terms of like the projects that you think would be most useful for quick fruits and quick gains in Africa, what do you think, having been in Joburg a couple of times, what do you think we should be focusing on in the first 2 years from now?
Ooh, that is a really difficult question. This is my first time at Joburg, so but I think what you should focus on is mostly so the way we approach entrepreneurship is that we see that a lot of too much time is spent on things that are not validated. So what we spend a lot of time on is focusing our entrepreneurs on making sure that they validate whatever it is that they're doing properly. And I think you're also running a validation and accelerator program. So I think that is really important. And then whatever it is that you do, I think that is usually what you'll find when you start building your company. That if you validate properly, so you check if whatever it is that you're doing, if there's an actual demand for it, then that is usually the way to go and to grow. And I think what I've been seeing here while I've been for the short amount of time that I've been here is that there are so many opportunities and such a chance to do everything mobile first. So it's yeah, enough opportunities around.
And lastly, the reason for your visit to Joburg?
The reason for my visit is to see this place and a couple of other locations here, to see how entrepreneurship is progressing, because we heard a lot of good stories about it. So I'm here to experience it and to see whether we could cooperate with just Delft, with some locations here, and build also our ecosystem connected to Africa, because we think it's a growing market.
A really important question that I actually forgot to ask was you gave a talk a little earlier at the Science Forum, South Africa 2017. What was the focus of your talk and how did it go?
So the talk went really well. I think what we were doing is in a very brief amount of time explaining how what we think are the key elements for running a successful incubator, and where we select our startups on. So I was really happy with it, and very honored to be at the Science Forum.
Fantastic, Niels. Thank you.
Pleasure.